everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that's building Legos. I'm building that Aloy Lego. It's great. Today in the news, ooh, you know I love a good rumor, and we have got an interesting one today. Over on Game Rant, they've got an article about how, as we have seen, as part of the ongoing Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal, there's been a lot of back and forth between Xbox and Sony. Well, earlier this month, Xbox alleged that PlayStation was paying third-party devs and indie devs to keep their games off of Xbox Game Pass. At the time, they literally said Sony pays for blocking rights to prevent developers from adding content to Game Pass. And while they didn't really say anything concrete, they did say it full-throatedly, and there were some leaks that apparently Sony and Capcom had a deal to prevent Resident Evil Village from being on Game Pass. Well, now it looks like indie hit Cult of the Lamb, see my review, may be caught up in this as well, or so rumor has it. Where did this rumor come from? Well, Gary Whitta, of all people, over on Kinda Funny. During a recent video, he mentioned he heard from a source that it happened, but didn't really want to go into details. And I don't know, rumor or not, I kind of believe it. I mean, right now, during this time period where Xbox is going around all over the world and trying to finagle this deal with Activision Blizzard and convincing all these different governments that, hey, it'll be fine, we're not trying to monopolize anything, this whole Call of Duty thing, don't even worry about it, don't even stress any of this, boy, we suck. So you can see what they're doing. This just seems part of Sony's tactics to fight back against this, and I don't know, I'm very curious what you think, because to me it seems like this is all just all is fair in love and war kind of things. Like, if a developer is going to take money from Sony and not release it on Game Pass, that's on the dev, right? I don't know that it's anything crazy or conspiratorial. It seems like that's just business. But I'm curious, what do you think? I know more people want more games accessible to on more consoles, to more players, that kind of stuff. And that's cool. But is that the way business works? And should it be? Great questions. I'd love to see some great answers. In other news from the world of corporate gaming, Embracer Group continues to wrap its arms around more companies and is buying them up fast. So I guess we really are about to live in a world where like 5 companies produce every single game, because everyone is buying everything, and Embracer Group has once again said, not before we can. In a series of press releases, the Swedish-run company announced it was acquiring Limited Run Games, which are the wonderful folks behind all sorts of limited run physical copies of games, and more importantly, my copy of the Nintendo Switch version of the classic Night Trap. They also acquired Singtrix, which I'm pretty sure is a karaoke thing, and they also deal with vocal effects. They bought the tech-heavy studio behind Teardown, Tuxedo Labs, Geotech, an accessories brand, Tripwire, who I'm sure you know for Chivalry, Killing Floor, and of course Maneater, and more. And when I say more, I mean things like Lord of the Rings. No, I'm not kidding. Apparently, the deal will give Embracer Group a vast intellectual property catalog and worldwide rights to motion pictures, video games, board games, merchandising, theme parks, and stage productions related to the iconic works of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. So they just own Middle-earth now, along with a lot of other things. Part of me is worried that this is a problem. Bigger companies buying smaller companies until there are only a few companies left, and that is monopoly territory, and that's never good for us, the consumer. But at the same time, I'm thinking, are we going to get a new Deus Ex? And what am I willing to balance here? I don't know. I'm so curious what they're going to do with all of these properties they own, or if they're just going to hoard them, because people do that, right? People will, like Sony, for example, they own Spider-Man, and every so often, for many years, same with Fantastic Four, they would release a movie that sucked ass, and then they could keep the rights for a little bit longer. And it was all about controlling the rights, not about actually making anything good, see Fantastic Four. And I don't know, man. I'm very curious what's going to happen here. I guess we'll find out. Speaking of things you should find out about, patreon.com/Jesse Cox, where you can hang out with Thomas, Austin Bila, and Victor McNutton? That can't be right. That McNutton? That can't be right. Although, I'd love it if it is. Anyway, that's it for the show. Thank you so much. We're so close to 1 million people. I think we can do this. Get your friends, your family, your mama, your daddy to subscribe. I don't even care no more. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.